Hey guys, it's Chloe, and today I am doing the Sisterhood of the World Vloggers Awards tag. So I was tagged by Elizabeth Bookbabble to do this tag. Thank you so much for tagging me, and I will link her channel down below so you guys can go subscribe to her. She is awesome, and she is one of the Read-A-Rama co-hosts and one of the Once Upon a Read-Along Book Club co-hosts, and she is fabulous. Basically what this tag is the person who tagged you lists 10 questions that they want you to answer. You answer them in your video, and then you come up with 10 more questions and tag more people to do it. So without further ado, let's get started. We're going to go ahead and get started with question 1. How many books do you own? Probably own close to and or more than 200 books. It doesn't look like it when I look at my shelves, but there's actually a lot of books on there, especially if you also count my adults and my classics. There's just so many, so I'm just going to say around 200. Number 2 is, what is your all-time favorite fantasy book? So I have a few different ones, but right now I'm going to go with Forgive My Fins by Tara Lynn Childs, which is this really awesome mermaid book. It's actually a trilogy about a girl named Lily who is the heir to the throne of Talisania, and she needs to find a mate before her birthday or else she has to give up her throne. She is currently living on land with her aunt, and she is crushing on this guy. She wants to be her mate. And a whole bunch of chaos ensues that you have to read to find out what happens. Question number 3 is there a character in a book that you love that has the same name as you? No, I have yet to come across any Chloes in books. Question number 4 is, what is the very first book you ever remember reading? And as far as I can remember, probably Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. I know for a fact I read this in 4th grade. I know that for a fact. But that's as far as I can remember. Maybe Charlotte's Web. I don't know if that was before 4th grade though. Question number 5 is, do you use your local library, and if so, what is your favorite thing about it? Yes, I do use my local library, not as often as I used to because I really want to finish reading all of my TBR books. But when I do use my library, my favorite thing about it is probably the book sales that happen. I know that's not like regarding like the actual books that you can check out from a library, but probably the book sales, because what we have here, I don't know if they have this in other states, but at my library they do this thing where they give you a plastic bag and you can fill it with as many books as you can possibly fit in there, and then you pay $1 and you get that entire bag of books. So you're basically just paying for the bag. Question number 6 is, what is your favorite biography or historical nonfiction? And I don't read a lot of nonfiction books, but my favorite, I guess you could consider it a biography, is Soul Surfer by Bethany Hamilton. Guys, I have raved about this book before. It is such a good story, and for you who don't know, but you probably know because they made a movie about her, Bethany Hamilton is a professional surfer who, when she was 13 years old, was in a shark attack incident that led to her losing her left arm. And this is essentially the story of how she lost her arm and how she got back on the board and became a professional surfer. Granted, this was written about 10 years ago, so it's in the perspective of, 14-year-old Bethany, but it's still such a good book, and I definitely recommend it. Number 7 is, what is the oldest book on your shelf? So I kind of took a guess at this because I have like 3 really old books, well, what I think are really old books, but I went with Alice in Wonderland by Lewis Carroll. This is an old copy of just the original story, and it's missing the dust jacket because I bought it from the library. And the published date on here is, okay, well, it doesn't have like the time this was printed, but it was originally published in 1865, so that counts for something. Question number 8 is, how have your reading habits changed since starting BookTube? Well, when I started BookTube, I read often, but not as often as I kind of do now. I read, but not as often as I did after starting BookTube. When I started BookTube, I was just on this crazy streak of reading. I read so much, and I still do read a lot, but at the present time, I've been reading less, but not as much as I did when I started. When I started, I was reading like 8, 9, maybe 10 books a month, and now I'm reading like maybe 4 to 6 or 4 to 7 books a month. Question number 9 is, which female booktuber do you look up to? I look up to a few different booktubers. My main one is Kat from Cozyteareads because she inspired me to start booktubing, and it was just amazing, and I still love her so much. But I also have other female booktubers that I love so much. Regan from Peruse Project being one, as well as Ariel Bissett. And question number 10 is, which female booktuber makes you laugh? Probably, again, Kat from Cozyteareads and also Regan from Peruse Project. They both make me laugh. Though I tend to have more guy booktubers that make me laugh, but the question is for female, so yeah. So now I'm going to tag some people, and you guys, my questions to be answered. I'm going to tag Miranda from Books 101, Shannon from cozyteareads, Kassidy from Kassidy Voinche, Jillian from bookishandnerdy, Amy from gingerreadslainey, and Jacqueline from Jbooklover. And here are the 10 questions for you guys to answer in your videos. Number 1 is, what is your favorite contemporary novel? Question number 2 is, what is your favorite graphic novel? Question number 3 is, what is your favorite snack to eat while reading? This could be anything from a drink to a food. Like, for example, me specifically, I like to eat candy, not often because I'm trying to cut back on candy, but stuff like gummy worms or gummy bears to eat while I'm reading because they're something simple and they're really good. Question number 4, do you tend to read multiple books at the same time? Question number 5 is, how many books are on your TBR pile? Question number 6 is, how many books do you have that are unfinished? Question number 7 is, do you read ebooks? Question number 8 is, how many books have you read this year so far? Question number 9, what is your favorite non-fiction book? And question number 10, do you participate in read-alongs? That is it for this tag video today. I think it's a tag. As always, if you like the video, press like button. If you haven't already, click that subscribe button. My name is Chloe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!